Good morning, Peanut. Come on, let's go. Let's go outside. Peanut, come on. Oh, are you okay? Peanut, come on. Good boy. He knows exactly where to go. Peanut! In his little cage to eat breakfast. Come on, Peanut. Inside. Inside, Peanut. Oh. So we're still keeping Peanut separate from the others. Like we mentioned before, the mom pig Princess, she never took him back. So what we've been doing, we set this outside pen over here in the shade, and we have water out here for him, and I feed him breakfast and dinner out here. It saves our house from being a mess and our back patio from being a mess, and he likes rooting all over the sand and sleeping in the cool. Here, and give you some more. In the cool dirt under here, under these trees. So he spends his days out here, and he sleeps inside of our patio just because I definitely don't trust him sleeping exposed like that. So we've trained him to basically come up here. He goes up the steps. So we feed him in the morning like I just showed you. He comes right out because he's super hungry, ready to eat. He knows he gets fed as soon as he gets put in there. Let me put this back. But then in the evening, I just open the little door on the pen. After he's eaten dinner, we just put a little bit of like dog food or cat food in the cup and shake it. And he'll run all the way from over there, right up the stairs, and he goes right into his little dog cage where he sleeps. It's the funniest thing. But pigs are so smart. They're easy to train. They get used to a routine very easily, and they're very food motivated. And yesterday, somehow this thing got unlatched and he got out. I came back here and he was just in the backyard running around. But as soon as we called him, he followed us back in, luckily. So he definitely knows his name. He responds well to his name. You hungry, Peanut? I just wanted to show you guys that that's the first thing I do in the morning before I get started on morning chores. And now I just have to feed the rest of the animals. The mini ponies finally got picked up yesterday by the sanctuary. That's where they're going to be living the rest of their lives. They were very happy. They were very excited to get them. So my morning chores, I'm going to have to do another morning chore video because my morning chores are a lot easier now. All I have to do is feed this mama chicken with her babies. And she still has food and water left from yesterday. She hatched these all on her own, so we put her out here. And then I just go over here and let Chloe out, the sheep. And then she spends her day grazing. I feed the quails, give them water. I let out the chickens from the chicken coop. Then I go back there, feed the dogs, feed the sheep. I have to do a few more fixes to our garden fence. And then I'm going to start letting the sheep out to graze in the backyard and in the front yard. Then I feed the pigs back here. And then I water my little fruit forest that we started not too long ago. And that's pretty much it. I get everything done in probably like 30 minutes if I'm not scrubbing all the water containers and stuff. When I have to do all that, then it takes me a little bit longer. But those don't have to get scrubbed every single day, only when the algae starts growing. But I just wanted to show you guys that with Peanut because I just think it's so funny. We used to put him in a little harness and walk him with a leash, but the harness would not, he did not cooperate with us putting the harness on at all. He hated it. Pigs don't like being picked up at all, and I had to pick him up to slip his feet in it. But the harness did help in the beginning to train him to go from there to there. And he learned to climb the steps by us pulling him up a little bit with the harness. But now he just does it by himself, so it makes it a lot easier. He's not big enough to go in with the male pigs yet. Hey, Peanut. But he is all healed up. The little cut that he had on his belly is perfectly gone. He has been castrated just like the other male pigs. So he's all good to go. We're just waiting for him to get a little bit bigger. Now, a lot of people say, how can you raise something from a baby to kill to eat? It's not a very hard, it's a concept that's hard for some people to understand, especially like vegans or vegetarians. I get that. But even some people that buy meat from the store or eat fast food or go to restaurants, sometimes they can't understand that concept either. But that doesn't make any sense to me, because this is what homesteading is all about. I mean, our ancestors didn't have grocery store that they could just go to the store and buy their food, and you had to raise your own, you had to butcher your own, you had to survive on your own basically. So I feel like homesteading, it takes a certain type of person to do it, especially now, in this day and age that we're at. Not a lot of people want to do this type of stuff, but we really enjoy it. And I feel like in the future, it's gonna be a skill that we're gonna need, especially here in America, because everybody's used to just going to the store and being spoiled. Not a lot of people have the knowledge or the skills or even the desire to raise their own food, vegetables and meat. So we're happy about our decision to stick to just our homesteading roots and reduce the amount of pet animals that we had. It wasn't an easy decision, but I think it was the best for our family and for the future, because I feel like things are not going to get any better. They're going to get worse, and it's going to depend on you to make sure your family survives. It's not hard for us to raise these animals from babies and see them grow up and then use them for meat, because we know it's a healthier product for our family as humans. If you're buying factory meats, I mean, we buy them too, but we know that those animals were not treated well their whole lives. They were subjected to confined spaces and not a clean environment, and they just live a stressful life, and you end up eating all that stress and all the hormones that those meat animals end up with. Whereas in here, they're raised free ranging and they have a happy life, and then they just have one bad day, which is butchering day, which ends in a matter of seconds. So it's not like they don't have the built up stress and stuff as if it was a caged animal or a factory farmed animal, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't find it hard to homestead at all. Yeah, the animals are cute and sometimes we name them, but that does not mean that we're gonna keep them all as pets, because that just doesn't make sense financially. And even our kids understand that. Our kids are almost 7, almost 9, and they understand the process of raising animals for meat, and they know not to fall in love with them. They're not all pets. We have our pets, we have our dogs and our cats, and a certain farm animals are also pets. But for the most part, everybody is for meat or eggs, milk. Everybody has a purpose. And that's what homesteading is all about. Everything working as like one food system, one ecosystem. So yeah, I don't find it hard personally to raise these animals for meat eventually, because I know that we're giving them the best life possible. I could sit out here all morning, but I really need to get these animals fed and get my farm chores done this morning. I think I'm gonna do another farm chore video soon, since my routine has changed a little bit. But thank you guys for joining me this morning. I will see you guys in the next video.